Shadow and I are rock hounding for Hematite Jasper. We have found it right here at this spot before, and we're finding it again. And I've tumbled it, and I've given so much of it away that I'm running low. So I'm going to get a good bag full of tumbling-sized Hematite Jasper. And I think we might find some other interesting things here as well. I'm quite certain we will. But this is a beautiful day and a beautiful spot. And we're just going to meander along and see what we can find. Hematite Jasper. It's really cool. It's hematite and jasper mixed kind of in bands, big kind of thicker bands. I'll show you some that I've tumbled when we get back. And then I'll get this batch that we're gathering right now put into the tumbler. Well, first I've got to find some to show you. There's one right there. It's quite heavy, and it doesn't look right now what it's going to look like after it's gone through the tumbler. It takes a super high metallic shine, and then the red jasper shows through it. It's spectacular stuff. The little piece right there. Quite a bit tumbling down from this spot. I see another piece right there. Yep. Let's just rinse this off and show you how it looks when it's wet. You know, it kind of looks like a sort of a dull red rock, but boy does it take a shine. And it's very heavy. So I don't even think getting it wet really does it much justice, because it just looks so different once it's shined up. Okay, so we're just going to wander away along this trail and pick up Hematite Jasper and whatever else we might find, which around here could be anything. I wish I could demonstrate somehow to you just how heavy that is in relationship to its size. It's a very heavy rock, and that's not surprising. It's got a lot of hematite in it. It's mid-April. Spring is upon us. So, you know, again, just right here, I'm parked right there. We've barely moved, and I've already found some more in addition to what's in the bag. But these, you can see that banding a little better with the red and then the dark hematite. This one shows it quite well. This one's really heavy. You can see layers of hematite and then jasper. So it's just really unusual stuff. And like I say, it takes an incredible metallic polish. You don't have to go very far. Oh, he sees something. There's no stopping him. No stopping him. Best I can do is just make sure he's safe from coyotes and predators. Oh, that's a nice big chunk right there. So, you know, people often ask me, what do I do with all the rocks I tumble? I have 2 3-pounders, 2 4-pounders, and 1 12-pounder going 24/7. And I tumble a lot of rock, but I can't tell you how much of it makes its way into other people's pockets. So I had quite a bit of Hematite Jasper, and over the past, it's probably been a couple of years since I came to this exact spot and found all this Hematite Jasper. And between now and then, I'm pretty much run out of Hematite Jasper as far as the tumbled polished stuff. And the stuff I found right here was really good. I'm finding it everywhere. That's a big piece, but I can tumble it in the 12-pounder. I think that's what I'm going to do, is just get a great big batch and throw it in the 12-pounder. Oh, look at that one. Now that is just a beautiful jasper. There's a little bit of hematite in it though. Wow. So, it's tumbling down from this hill. I wonder, what we'll see if we go up this road. Does it twist and take us up higher? I don't want to climb up right here. It's really steep. Let's just follow along this road for a while. Well, we're making our way up the trail. I haven't even, made it 20 yards. And I'm finding the Hematite Jasper in the same quantity of abundance. It's just everywhere. Nice pieces of it everywhere. So I'm going to stop. Oh, another one. I'm in the shade. That's a nice chunk right there. But I mean, it's everywhere. So what I'm going to do is force myself to stop picking it up, or I'll just end up with a great big heavy bag before I've had a chance to really get up and explore. I mean, look at that stuff right there. It's beautiful. Come on, Lance, stop. Stop picking it up. Okay, I will stop with these right here. And we're just going to only stop now if I see something other than Hematite Jasper. I mean, look at it. It's everywhere. This is really a great place for Hematite Jasper. It's a really nice one right there. Okay, let's see if we can find something other than Hematite Jasper, because I can gather a lot more Hematite Jasper on the way down. And this bag is already, hematite is heavy. Look at that. Okay. But my instincts tell me, instincts I think are the wrong word. If we're finding jasper, whether it's Hematite Jasper or that, red piece of jasper that we found, then it's highly likely we'll find other forms of chalcedony, some agates maybe, and maybe even opal or something like that. This rock here is predominantly dolomite. There's a lot of dolomite up here. Dolomite is in the limestone family. It's often associated with pyrite. And every time I look down, the camera never catches it. But when I look down at these, like that rock right there is definitely dolomite. And I see pyrite glistening and reflecting the sun inside that, a lot of it. But I don't think the camera will pick it up. Pyrite, fool's gold, lots of it. This almost looks like a piece of porcelain. A chunk of it right over there. I believe it's sandstone. And you find everything up here because this was, a lot of this anyway, was ancient seabed at one time. And then it's had volcanic, after being thrust up thousands of feet, it's been followed up with volcanic activity, geothermal activity, and tectonic forces, earthquakes, all kinds of things. But you find a little bit of everything up here in these mountains. I'm above, well above Gunlock Reservoir. I'm on just off of Gold Strike Road. Now, this is really cool. I mean, it's like, almost look like, you know, like it was once a piece of pottery. I don't think that's the case. I think it's sandstone, but I'm going to take it just for the heck of it. Let's follow this road up. Look at that hematite right there. It's everywhere. Oh, here's something. That's a beautiful colored, you know, just plain red jasper. So let's see if we can find some more of this stuff. This is gorgeous. These are big bones. This is a calf. That's not a deer. Those are big bones. That might even be, you know, more of a full-size cow. The coyotes get the calves from time to time. This is BLM land we're on, and they do run cattle on it, and they're tough. Coyotes can't take a full-grown one unless they're, you know, unless it's sick or something, but they can get a calf. And they spread this animal's bones all over Kingdom Come. Could also be a mountain lion. Easily could have been a mountain lion. All right, I'm starting to find Chalcedony. Little pieces of Chalcedony. So I found that right here. So I suspect that came from above, right? So let's search around here and make our way up that way a little bit. See if we can find some more. I think that's another small piece right there. Yeah, there's Chalcedony in there. Let's see what we can find. Well, we kind of zigzagged on and off this trail, and we found a few things, but the hematite dried up, and I wasn't finding enough of anything else to make it worth pursuing. Doesn't mean that another 100 yards wouldn't have landed us in the middle of a beautiful jasper field or something. You never know. That's rockhounding. But what I think we're going to do is make our way back down and fill up the bucket with the hematite, which is what I was coming to get, and then drive on a little further and see if any other spots catch our eye and check them out. I've always hoped when I walk with the camera like this that I come around the bend and catch a Sasquatch or an alien. No such luck. So we've made it down far enough along the trail here, and we went quite a ways up that way and kind of zigzagged off of it. And so not much further down trails the creek, And the hematite is becoming abundant again. And this is a really big piece that I think I'm going to take it and cut it with the saw. See how it cuts, what it looks like, what a slab looks like. I know how they look polished. I think I'm just going to take a bigger piece. That's too big to put in a tumbler, but I can certainly slab it. And just experiment a little bit, see what we learn. I also think, since the hematite is clearly coming down, it dried up going that way. So it's coming down. Let's walk off the trail and cut across this way and see what we find. That's a nice piece with the red and the black intertwined. That bag is heavy. I can put that in the 12-pound tumbler. That'll tumble up pretty cool. There's a little bit more brownish. That's not a Hematite Jasper. I think that this is a piece of Rhyolite. And then right along here, I think this Hematite Jasper, there's a little bit of it left on it, but I think it formed in Rhyolite. I'm seeing a lot of Rhyolite around here. Another one. A Rhyolite is the most silica-rich form of extrusive basalt, volcanic rock. Very rich in silica. There's a little bit of mystery going on up here, though. And I'm not going to pretend to know it all, so if any of you have some ideas about anything you see or hear me say, or you want to add to it, please do. I'm not a professional. I'm an amateur. I read up and study, love to learn from comments, learn from other YouTube creators all the time. Oh, I think we're kind of coming through a dead end. What is that? How in the world did that end up clearing it out here? Well, what is it? Okay, it must have something to do with water. Or was it a sluice at one time? Any ideas, anybody? If I were to guess, I'd guess it was a sluice. Would love to know what you think. Shadow, stop eating whatever you're eating. No. Okay, we're back where the Hematite Jasper is in tremendous abundance. Don't have to look very far for it. It's everywhere. Hematite is heavy, heavy, heavy. This bag is heavy. That's what I'm hoping, like, just to fill it up in one spot. It's a big chunk right there. Definitely coming down from above there. You can see right there, Chalcedony in that volcanic. This is a volcanic rock. That's Chalcedony. This is dolomite, and there's pyrite. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I'm touching, just about touching where you can see it with the naked eye. Okay, I have filled up the bag with Hematite Jasper and a little bit of just Red Jasper. And I have sent interested people from previous videos where I found Hematite Jasper to this location. I don't know if they didn't find this location, but they said they had a hard time finding Hematite Jasper. But if you're at this location, you can't not find it. But it doesn't look like regular jasper, all shiny and waxy and lustrous. You know, it does after it goes through the tumbler, but it's kind of dullish. You know, I mean, you can tell, I can tell, like there's a piece right there, but it's not real shiny though, right? And there's a piece right there, but it's dark and it's super heavy. So once you found a few pieces, I mean, it's so heavy. There's a piece right there covered with some dirt, but I mean, it's everywhere, right? So you just come here, familiarize yourself with what Hematite Jasper looks like, and start picking it up. And if it's not really heavy, put it back down. And heavy in relation to, you know, what you would expect a rock to weigh, you know, of that comparable size. It's definitely heavier. Okay, we're gonna load up and just scout around here a little bit more. I've got my back to the wind because the wind will drown out the mic, but we haven't stopped to find, well, we didn't see anything that looked really promising by way of rockhounding. So we never stopped until we reached this spot right here, and I had to show you the view. Absolutely spectacular view. They run cattle up here. The other thing that I saw that I thought was cool is here we are on the top of this windy, distant, high elevation, rough mountain, and there's just this beautiful little flower. Blowing in the wind. A lot of volcanic rock up here. All volcanic rock. Here, we'll walk over there and check that out. It's just crazy. Straight ahead, that is all volcanic. And then lower to the left, that's dolomite, which is a sedimentary rock. The geology here is Literally like putting a little bit of everything, or a lot of everything, into the blender and just turning it on. It's actually kind of cold on top of this hill with this wind. It's blowing hard. Okay, come on, Shadow. Let's keep driving. Good boy.